Hey you guys, PJD here. I'm excited today because I get to bring you another first look video. This is a video in which I'll show you some items that will be available to you all in a couple of days on television. So today I get to bring you a first look video that will feature a new kit from Tarte. It's Beauty Without Boundaries. It's an 8-piece collection, and as I'm going through each of the 8 pieces, I'll just put right here on the screen the price of each item, because if you were to purchase these items individually, you'd be paying well over 200 bucks, but through QVC on the 24th, this is going to be available for one day only. I should mention it's going to be available to you for under 60 bucks. It's actually going to be priced at $59. So I'll get started showing you the items in this kit, and I have not had this for a long time. I've really only been using it for a day and a quarter, let's say. So this is not a review video, but if there are any items that you see here that you would like me to review, certainly let me know. But there have been some that I've been playing with, and I can't wait to tell you what I think. All right, so just getting started, here's the first item. You know, in Tarte, they're kind of known at this point for whenever they are handing out these collections or selling these collections, that they have a snazzy bag. So here's a jazzy pattern, and I love that their little labels are always discreet. It says Tarte right there. It's not Tarte, Tarte, Tarte everywhere. So that's great. Little jazzy pattern. It has a zipper at the top right here, purple lining, and as you can see, it's pretty big. So this is great for traveling or whatever you want to use it for. I'm certain that some people will just use it as a clutch. All right, so that's item number 1 from the Beauty Without Boundaries. And I don't have a price on what this would cost, but just imagine the price of a clutch. All right, so item number 1. All right, now let me also say that this collection comes in different shades. I, of course, will be featuring the deep collection for obvious reasons, but you may want yours in light, fair, medium, you know, whatever. But so there are only 2 items in here that are really shade specific, the concealer and another item, which I'll show you in a second. Since I've already blabbed about one item, let me show you the second thing that's a part of this 8-piece collection. And it is this concealer. This is like a little wooden container, and it says deep on the back because that's my shade. And let me show you, and this is the darkest shade. So let's look at this BB tinted under eye corrector, as it is named by Tarte. Okay, so as you can see, I've already been dipping my hand in there, and I'm certainly going to swatch it for you. I've never in my life used a corrector. I don't own one until now, so I really didn't know what to expect. I've seen people do video tutorials and kind of use correctors and everything, so I know where it's supposed to be placed, that kind of thing, but I had never used one on my own, and I don't know why I envisioned that this would be a powder, even though I've seen creamy ones. But anyhow, that's neither here nor there. This one is super creamy because this particular one is supposed to be used, or can be used, to kind of moisturize the area that you're trying to conceal. I just put it on my finger right there. Okay, so again, this is the deep shade. So it's supposed to help reduce the appearance of fine lines because it's very moisturizing as well. And I can tell you, it does feel extremely creamy. I'm just going to put it right here, right first, without rubbing it in, so you can see it in comparison to my complexion. Right, and let me just, you guys know I'm new to this on camera swatching thing, so I'm trying to make sure my hand is still in frame. So there we go, I've just rubbed it in. Now, with a concealer, you may say, oh, this doesn't match her exactly, even though pretty close. The fact is, this is not something that I would be wearing on my own. It would go on my skin, and then I would be able to cover it with a BB cream or foundation or what have you. So you can do the same. I just want you to see, and that blended in actually really, really well. All right, so, and it feels, again, as I said here, it feels moisturized. So this is a really nice, creamy product. And I'll also list on the screen the other shades that it's available in. If my memory does not fail me, it's light, fair, you can reverse that, fair, light, medium, and then deep. And again, this is the deep one, the darkest one available. Okay, so the other thing that is shade specific in this kit, because everyone else is going to get the same colors and same everything, but the other shade specific thing from this kit is this right here, which is the BB Tinted Treatment. It's a 12-hour primer. Now, this can certainly be used as a primer, so underneath your foundation or BB cream, whatever it is that you wear, or this product can also be worn alone as your BB cream, okay? So now this one, and I definitely have to make note of this because I don't want there to be any confusion if you do order the deep kit. As you can see right here, it says tan on it. And that's because The BB primer that I have right here, it does not come in a deep shade. Tan is the deepest because this only comes in 3 levels, and I'll list them here on the screen because I don't want to say the wrong thing. So this is the deepest. Now, I put this on my skin the day when I first got it. So let me do that again. Now I'm using a separate hand. I put the concealer over here, and now I'm going to put this primer here, just so you can see the shade, right? So some just kind of plopped out. Here it is. Right, and I'll put it on my hand, and there it is. Okay, now I have to tell you about the feeling of this. I'm going to rub it in on camera so you'll see that. I'm rubbing it in. When I first did this, even up to this very moment as I'm rubbing it in, first of all, look at how it like just disappeared on my skin, right? Beautiful, but it's really the feeling of this product. I'm not even kidding you. If you don't believe me, go into Sephora, because I have seen this sold through Sephora, and squirt some out and just rub it on your skin. It feels like satin. I don't know what this is made of, magic, but this thing just feels like so smooth and soft. So this, I can imagine just being a perfect primer for anyone. So let me tell you one thing though. So this is the tan one. As you can see, it went into my hand beautifully. So I was thinking, yes, score. However, I did put it on my face and it was too light for me. So this I cannot use as my just primer or BB cream that I just walk out into the street and I'm wearing this because it's too light. I can, however, because of how it just smooths everything out, and of course it's supposed to minimize the appearance of your pores, as any primer is supposed to, or at least many of them claim to. So this one can do that as well, but it just gives you a really smooth, satiny surface upon which to work if you're going to be layering and putting on foundation, BB cream, or other items. So I just wanted to let you know that this was not a perfect match for my skin. It was too light, but I can and will certainly use it as a primer to kind of base before I put on my BB cream. So that's what this is. And again, this is only the second. This is the second of the 2 shade specific things that you will get in the kit. Everything else is universal, as you'll see in just a moment. And now that I've already shown you these 2 items, let me show you the brushes that will accompany them in your kit. One is this dual-sided brush, which is, I've raved in a previous video about the quality of the Tarte brushes, one that I've been using for some time now. And when I tell you I wash it, I do so many things to it, and it is just as if I just received it. Every time it dries out, it's as if I just received it. It's perfect, and it feels really smooth and soft. So this one has this kind of angled edge tip brush that you can use for those hard to reach areas. This one is more like a stippling brush, flat top, and you can use that, of course, to apply this, right? So that works out really well. And again, the fabric in the center matches, of course, the bag, and it says Tarte on here, so the nice little labeling again. The second brush is this one. Okay. So I looked at this and I said, okay, a typical concealer brush. I've seen these before, okay. And then I thought, okay, the other side is purple, so Tarte is probably just doing something really cute. And it is cute, but there is a reason why it has 2 colors. And that's because this light side is supposed to be used to pick up the product from your concealer here, right? So you use the light side to pick it up. This is actually referred to as a dual-sided diffuser concealer brush. And the dark side is supposed to be used for the application process to smooth it in so that you get a creaseless application of your corrector. So really, really neat. And again, just like the other brush, maybe you can see that, super smooth. It feels amazing. So I love how soft their brushes are, but it has a certain level of firmness that, of course, would allow you to apply this product. So I'm in love with this. So now you've seen 5 of the items from the 8-piece collection. The next one I'm not going to spend too much time on because I have raved about this in the past. One of my favorite mascaras of all time. I'm wearing it now. Can you tell? Maybe. Okay, sorry for getting so close, but I love Lights Camera Flashes. And again, this is another item that you can purchase individually. It's already on the market, but just the fact that they listed this in a kit, amazing. And the thing that I love about it, and I know I think I said this even in my last video, is that it has these bristles. One side, and maybe you can't tell from here, but one side is short, the other is longer, and you're supposed to really use it. The shorter side I use first to kind of really bring out my lashes, pluck them out, not pluck them out, sorry, to draw them out. And then I use the longer bristles to really continue elongating my lashes and just coating them. And it does a beautiful job. And I love, love, love this mascara. And sometimes I use the shorter bristles just for the bottom lashes, which are my hard to reach lashes. So that's Lights Camera Flashes. Perfect. Next thing is a lip product, and this is their Lip Surgence. Now they've had other Lip Surgence products before, but this particular one to me is quite different in that it's creamy. The other ones were more shiny glossy, and this one is certainly thicker and creamier than the others. Now it comes in this color, it says Awakening right here on the front, and here's the shade. I'm going to apply it right now. Let me take off. Well, I'm only wearing a lip balm, so I just took that off, and now I'm going to apply Awakening. Sorry for so now I'm just applying Awakening. On my lips. As you can see, it's like a, let me try and zoom in. Okay, so like a pinky kind of color. If I were to wear this, and I know there are many people who would wear it just like this, straight out, I would certainly couple it with a darker liner and then do my blending deal so it all works for my complexion. So that's what I would do for Awakening. But here's the important thing that I have to tell you about Awakening. As I am speaking to you right now, a spearmint or peppermint like flavor is going into my mouth. However, it's not a tingly lip product. You know those products that you put on and it's like making your lips tingle, tingle, tingle? This is not doing that. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest of tingle power, this would probably be a 2, which is right. So it's pretty much not tingling. What I think is making me even feel that level 2 is the fact that every time I speak, like right now, that spearmint is going in and out. That spearmint and or peppermint flavor is going in and out. I can like, I think it just cleared my sinuses. I'm just kidding, it's not that strong. But yeah, I'm feeling that spearmint go in and out. So love that. So I guess it's a breath freshener too? Not sure. Okay, so I'm going to show you right now the final item in this 8-part kit. Now, let me just say that whenever I have a Tarte kit, one of two things will happen. They either have a product in there that will help me to build an appreciation for an item that maybe I thought I would never like. And so way back when, I can remember it was actually a Tarte kit that helped me to appreciate blush. And I actually started to like blush because of a blush that they had in the kit. Fast forward, the second thing that will happen when you kind of get a Tarte kit, or when I get a Tarte kit, is that it will have a product in there that will just blow my mind. And so the last Tarte kit that I got had Lights Camera Flashes. So yeah, so that was the mind-blowing product. This particular kit has a product in there that I am in love with. It's a new product from Tarte. It's the Inner Rim Liner. Here it is. And I looked at it and I said, okay, Inner Rim Liner, it's for your waterline, as they say, the delicate area of your eye. You can apply this. And now, first of all, I love Tarte because it's paraben free and free of many of the things that we don't like to have in our cosmetics. So that's great. So I feel more comfortable putting this type of product on my waterline. But here's the kind of problem that I may have. Sometimes my waterline can become very watery, and then before I know it, my eyeliner is gone. Now, this promises to last longer than many others on the market because this is a 12-hour waterproof liner. And not only is it called the Inner Rim Liner, but it also says here Lights Camera Lashes. Right, so if you can read that little print right there, it's your Inner Rim Liner. And I said, okay, well, let me give it a swing. First of all, I'm wearing it on my waterline right now. It is, let me tell you what time it is right now, 12:47. I put this on this morning at about 8 something. So that's not that long of a period. But yesterday I had it on from probably 8 in the morning until until I took it off, well into the evening, well past the 12-hour mark, actually, because there was a bit of wear at maybe the 6-hour mark. Just a bit. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 meaning it was completely gone from my waterline, and 1 meaning it was still there and didn't budge, I was probably at a level 3. There was a little that had gone, but the majority of it was still very much in place. Okay, so that was yesterday. This is today, still on, as you can see, in full effect, and I'm going to put it on right now. The thing that really, first of all, it's super smooth. There's the product. I just put it on. I'm going to show you something in just a second. Now, as you saw, I just put it on. So as I'm talking, it'll have a second to kind of set. But let me just show you that this thing really does not like to budge. First, I'm just going to go across lightly. Okay, I'm going to go harder in a second. But as I said, I just put this on. And who's going to be going really firmly across your waterline? No one, right? So this is just an indication of how long this thing can last. And I haven't tried it with like putting water on my hand, which I guess I could have done and can still do since I'm still filming right now in this video. But just the fact that my water line can get very watery, my eyes can get very watery, and of course impact what's on my water line. And the fact that that happened yesterday, I don't know if it's the weather, what's going on, the air, whatever. My eyes did get a bit watery yesterday, and as I said, still it was at a level 3 of not really much coming off, and the wear was really on the outside, and the inside part was like perfection, still there. And I washed my face, I washed my hair, and that bad boy was still on yesterday evening. So I was impressed by it. Okay, so I've been talking enough. I went over more firmly that time. All right, so you can see slight residue there, but not really. Hello, it's still in place. Let me go firmer. You can see my finger is firm, right? Boom. Are you seeing? You see what's going on here, right? Okay, let me come closer. Sorry for the sound effect. Okay. Because I know there's some skeptic out there saying, oh, she's not going firmly over. I am. I promise you I am. Look. Look at that, right? So it's still there. And again, who will be pressing that firmly on your waterline? Hopefully you won't. So there we go. It stays. That's the 8-piece kit from Tarte, Beauty Without Boundaries. I'm excited about this. Thank you to Tarte for sending out this collection. So again, we have this in the color Deep, the corrector, and the color Tan, which is a part of the Deep kit because it's the darkest shade, the 12-hour primer, which feels like satin, the dual-sided brush here, the dual-sided diffuser concealer brush, which is here, lights, camera, flashes, love that, Awakening, Lip Surgeons, and the Beauty, this inner rim liner, which is on my hand right now, and of course the bag. All right, so thanks for watching and taking this first look from me. Remember, September 24th, if you're interested in buying it through QVC on television, and I'm sure they'll do demos and things like that and really talk even more in depth about these particular products and what is excluded from these products in terms of the harmful chemicals. So I'm sure they'll do all of that, but this was just kind of your first peek through me, and I'm happy I was able to share this with you. So if you do get the kit or you've used any of these items, maybe even lights, camera, flashes, the mascara, let me know what you think of it down below. Thanks so much for viewing, and I hope the rest of your weekend is a great one. Bye.